Welcome back to WKNI TV 25's coverage of the crash at the South Alabama Regional Airport that occurred at approximately, I believe it was around 4:30 this afternoon was when the first calls were coming in. WKNI has been out at the scene, and as you saw earlier, we have footage of emergency personnel arriving and the smoke plume of where the accident or the crash occurred. It was in a heavily wooded area just southeast of the airport runway, off the dirt pit out there, not accessible by any vehicles. ATV four-wheelers were used to try to get access there. They eventually had to go by foot to the actual crash site. Once upon their deputies arriving at the crash site, they discovered a aircraft with a partial fuselage left burning in the wooded area, and some hand extinguishers were used to try to put the fire out, from what we're told, and the fire eventually burned out. It was a private aircraft, single engine, and there's no survivors that were reported at this time. However, let's go ahead and go with that interview with Chief David Anderson of the Covington County Sheriff's Office right here on WKNI TV 25. In 5, 4, 3, 2. We're here with Covington County Sheriff's Office, Chief David Anderson. Chief, apparently we're at the airport right now, and there's a scene that happened back here. Can you tell us a little about what happened?
Yeah, we had a call to a one airplane crash, single airplane crash. It was occupied by the pilot, best we can tell right now only. It appears to be an experimental plane from out of state. We have the scene contained. There was no survivors. We're waiting on the FAA to arrive to further the investigation.
According to some of the witnesses around, I don't know if you've heard anything yet, but apparently it was said that the aircraft lost power. Have you heard anything of it?
I have not heard anything about that. I've talked to several people. Said it looked like he was just flying back towards the airport and just automatically just went straight down. In a very dense wooded area, probably a half to 3/4 of a mile off the end of the runway back to the northeast.
And about how far from the airport runway is that?
We're about a half mile to 3/4 mile northeast of the runway, or off the end of the heliport.
All right. And you said there's possibly just one?
Right. As far as we know right now, there's only one occupant of the plane.
All right. And Chief, a lot of apparatus out here, they weren't able to get back to the scene at all?
The scene was it was so far gone with the magnesium fire from the airplane, with the fuel. There's nothing left but just a little bit of the fuselage, very little bit at all.
And once again, no survivors that you're aware of?
No survivors.
All right. And Chief, you say the FAA is on their way?
That's correct.
And who will be the authority to be investigating this?
FAA will be the agency investigating, and we will assist.
Chief, thank you very much for taking the time out with us.
No problem, Eddie, anytime.
As you've seen, I'm going to have Teresa reset this, and we're going to be rerunning everything through the footage that we have for the next hour or so. We're headed back out to the scene ourselves. Command post is being set up. They're setting up an area for the local media to be there as well. This is a media event, so there'll be plenty of media from all over the state of Alabama and elsewhere coming to this. It is our understanding that, once again, as you heard the chief state, that this aircraft is from an area outside of the state of Alabama. The pilot, whose identity has not been released, is supposedly from the state that this aircraft was from. His name has yet to be released due to notification of next of kin. Once again, single-engine aircraft crashed at South Alabama Regional Airport, about about half mile, 3/4 of a mile off the runway southeast of the runway at the airport. There are no survivors. Emergency personnel, the coroner, as well as the FAA and the National Transportation investigators will be out there as well. NTSB, I think, is what it's called. So they'll be out there as well during this investigation. Covington County Sheriff's Office will be assisting, as will the crash fire department from the airport. Once again, this is Eddie Lewis of WKNI TV 25. We'll be rerunning this here momentarily, so if you missed the first part of it, stay tuned, and we'll replay it once again. We'll be playing this back for the next hour or so. God bless, and our prayers go out to the family of this gentleman that has lost his life.